Welcome to Grand Overland. Take a peek into some of Utah's off-the-grid trails you probably haven't heard of. Fantastic options from places like Moab, Canyonlands, and Sand Hollow, and watch us deal with adversity by turning dead ends into open doors. Alright, so pulled into a spot outside of Hanksville, I believe, at like 4 a.m. Couldn't find anywhere else between here and basically Boulder, Utah, to camp. Like there was a few places in Capitol Reef, but they were all full. Quite a lot of camp on the side of the road. So there's a trail right outside of town and get to see it for the first time this morning. Interesting to say the least. They're not bad. Definitely done worse. And if you look, you can see them like way over in the distance. Probably not super snowy mountains. I didn't know. I didn't plan it out right. At one point it was 17 degrees and we were almost at 10,000 feet, and it's a little cold for camping. But even down here was a whopping 22. But this morning's a lot better, so time to go hit up the town of Hanksville and go find my friend. Well, that right here says Mike's Auto Clinic, and that right there is Michael. He doesn't even know. But if you're in Hanksville, Carl's Critter Garden, you want to see some stuff, weird stuff, and feel ways about things, this might be the place for you. Crazy salamander. Yeah, I feel like if you had a few personal, I don't know, let's call them enhancements, this would be even more entertaining. I mean, everybody appreciates a good dinosaur that is pooping balls. I always wondered what dinosaur poop would look like. Basically, it's just a bunch of fortune cookies. Rawr! So pretty cool. It's worth the stop. The beginning of this trail is an engaging dichotomy of arid desert and then slamming into snow-covered mountains. So we're starting a new trail today. As you can see, my buddy Mike showed up in his taco. It looks like a pretty easy trail. It's called Lonesome Beaver. I feel like the Bloodhound Gang probably has a song about that. Looks like it could be pretty. It's long, it kind of leaves the freeway, you do the whole loop, kind of, you end up backing on the freeway later, so it's just a more scenic route. Probably gonna take it easy today. It's been non-stop craziness. Honestly, if we come across a good campsite early, to set up shop and enjoy ourselves, but this is one of those trails that probably is never gonna get me notoriety whatsoever, so I'm interested to see how it goes and happy to share it. But I mean, it's pretty, and then you have these huge snow-capped mountains in the background, which I do think I went over last night, which I didn't know about, and it was 17 degrees and miserable, and that's all on me. It's entirely my fault. But yeah, I hope you guys like it. I hope I like it. In a matter of minutes, this trail rockets you up from the desert floor up into alpine mountains complete with streams. If you find yourself in the area during the summer and need an oasis, this might be your ticket. But if you're like us and hitting up this little excursion during the first week of spring, piles of white, steamy foreshadowing start piling up with increasing frequency on either side of the trail. Before the inevitable, we get to experience part of what Lonesome Beaver has to offer, with pine forests and icy creeks. Plus, I get the chance to shower Marty the Tacoma with plenty of mud.
And our journey has come to an abrupt stop as we have hit the impenetrable wall holding back the White Walkers.
All right, so the convoy is stopped. We saw one set of tracks going in the snow and they end right here. You know, you've seen plenty of videos like the guys in Story Till Now, and they plow through snow all the time. But this gets pretty gnarly, pretty steep, and we're a little under 8,000 feet, and this trail goes over 9,000, and it's already well past knee deep and don't know what to expect at the top. So all for naught. Lonesome Beaver will have to wait till another day. We're gonna head back down to town, and you know what, probably just go find a camp spot next to Powell. Doesn't sound terrible. Relax, have a few adult beverages, talk about how we used to throw touchdowns in high school. Making a mess of it, Michael. You're actually making that look easier than me. Told you would do better.
On the way back down, it is easy to convey how quickly the scenery transitions from pine forest to juniper bushes, which fade into a bleak desert basin. Hard to believe that right around the corner is, well, was Lake Powell. Foiled by the snowpack and my inability to check trail conditions, we now have to scope out for a new trail in an unforeseen area. This is a huge benefit of having a small group and being on the same mental page as your buddy. Audibles like this can often ruin a trip, or in our case, be an unexpected bonus. Thankfully, due to the combination of Gaia and Trails Off-Road, I have downloaded a network of options in this area. This is Height, Utah, an entrance to Lake Powell. This would be an absolute killer place to camp. Wait a second. Here is a boat ramp. Your jet skis better have mud tires on them. It would finally seem we have found a great option. This is Wooden Shoe, and it is long, smooth, and satisfying. This trail on its own is about 50 miles, but is only one noodle in a plate of spaghetti that is the trail network in this area. And at its termination, you have many options to connect to: Natural Bridges National Monument, Blanding, or Monticello. After about 15 miles, we venture upon what looks to be the ideal campsite. Even though the road is well maintained, we only counted one passerby, so we truly felt alone in this wilderness. Being backed up to a secluded canyon right before dusk, knowing an endless blanket of stars is about to envelop your world, is all about anyone could ask for when signing up for an adventure. Well, I suppose being able to share it with a childhood friend is kind of nice too, but we don't do that squishy stuff on this channel. Go watch The View Overland.
About 100 yards from the campsite, take a stroll on down the hill, get a sweet view of the canyon. A little rough right now in the morning sun, but really pretty.
And remember, what's your goal?